Alright, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Jacko Spado 4 here. Today I'm going to show y'all the deck I use for regionals in Houston. It's Chain Burn, so here we go. First off, we got 3 card Ds. We have 3 Swift Iron Scarecrows, which is the life-saving cards in your deck because you always can't, stop damage from coming through. Battlefield can be warning, or if you're running some other cards, macros or defense or hurt. So no matter what's on the field, they can't stop this card from going off unless they go into first turn Doka. But 3 of these cards, I only main 2 Lava Golems, especially when that your opponent overcommits, stop the attack, then hit up with the Lava Golem. They take damage. And the last one for the monster count is Medion. Now, I really like Medion in this deck, especially I main two others in the side deck, because when your opponent goes for the synchros or for exceeding, you can just summon him. Doka can't stop him, or we can't kill him rather, and Mirror Force, Torrent, none of those do anything. So you attack, and they return every card that's on the field to their hand, and they take 300 for each card that was bounced. So it's pretty good. He stays on the field to your next standby phase, then he returns to the deck. Alright, next we're going to go ahead and start with the spell lineup. We have the triple one dead piece, which everybody knows you don't take damage. You draw a card, so you not only do you get protection for a turn, but you also get speed with it. Whenever you play this card, you just have to remember that you can't damage your opponent either, so it doesn't make sense to play one dead piece and then set 5 cards unless they're all draw cards, because none of your burn cards are going to do anything that turn. So your opponent plays Heavy Storm and you have 5k worth of damage for burn, it's not going to do anything. So one dead piece for speed and protection. Running double pod duality. The reason for this card is only to make your chains better, or if you're in desperate need for one dead piece, or even for a Swift or a card, you can try to search your deck out for that using pod duality, but it's mainly just for making your chain a little bit better, or trying to make another card in your hand a little bit more on point. Alright, next we have 2 Chain Strikes, which is your major damage dealing card in the deck, because on Chain Link 5 it does 2k, Chain Link 6 it does 2400. The main thing with Chain Strike is you have to learn how to do your chains. Once you get past that, it's easy breezy from there. Now it's going to move on to the trap lineup. Alright, I ran triple Draw Greed, and before I get too deep in the trap lineup, I ran 24 traps in this deck, which is a little higher than the average count, but half of them were draw cards, the other half were burn cards. So it was a nice balance. It turned out pretty well. Again, I made 28 plays with it, so let's get into it. From there, I ran triple Yatagretsu and triple Accumulated Fortune. Now, Accumulated Fortunes is the MVP draw card of the deck, besides the next one, which is Reckless Greed. And with Accumulated Fortune, it can only be activated channeling 4 or higher, and you can't have multiple copies of any card in the chain. So whatever card comes before it, you can have duplicate copies of it. But the great thing about this card is you can chain this on chaining 4 and 5 to draw 4 cards. And then along with Reckless, if you do an all draw chain, you get a whole new hand and you're perfect. So this was my draw engine for the deck, and I'm just going to show it to y'all again. It's entirety: triple Greed, triple Gretsu, triple Accumulated Fortune, and triple Reckless. So that in itself, you set that in a Chain Strike or that in a Bluff card, you draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, and that's a new hand. So each time you get just one of each of the draw cards, you get a new hand, and you get to set up for the burn aspect. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into the burn aspect of the deck. You have triple Just Desert, triple Secret Barrier, and then the best card is a Jama Trio. Even though it doesn't burn you, when you have this in the chain, Justice Earth does 500 for each monster, so that's 1,500 for the tokens. Secret Barrel does 200 damage for each card in the hand of the field, so that's automatically 600 with the Geometrio plus every card in their field. So if they have two monsters and you do the chain right, that's 2,500 and then 1,000 just with these two cards by itself. So these three cards are your major burn players in the deck. So let's go on and see the rest of them, which is pretty simple. And that is Dimensional Wall and Magic Cylinder just to stop attacks. Now going forward, I would suggest running triple Dimensional Wall over double Magic Cylinder. The reason being is because this targets your opponent's monster, so they can lance this because it says when your opponent declares an attack, target one attacking monster, negate the attack, and they take damage equal to the attack. So if they lance it, you still take the damage, so this card does nothing. But Dimensional Wall instead, when your opponent declares an attack, the battle damage you would take, your opponent takes instead. Now the difference with Dimensional Wall, it has to be a direct attack. So if you have card D on the field, and your opponent effect veilers or lances it, you have to tribute to get off the field because this only stops direct attack. But since your opponent can't lance it, and this makes lance dead in their deck, it's worth it to play this over Magic Cylinder. So that is my Chain Strike deck. Again, this was the deck I ran in Houston. I got 28th out of 453 players. So to me, it's a pretty solid deck. If I at least get 10 likes on this video, I'll go ahead and do a tutorial on how to play it and also how to beat this deck, since a lot of people are saying that Chain Strike takes no skill to play, but it's also one of the hardest decks in the format to beat right now. So like I said, I get at least 10 to 15 likes, I'll go ahead and do a tutorial video, and then after the tutorial I'll do how to beat Chain Burn once and for all. So definitely comment, rate, subscribe, let me know what you think about it. I'm JackOSpade04, and I'm out. And this will burn your opponent's nuts off if you play it right. That's AK directly. Think about it. Alright, I'm back to the side deck after I left you. Nah, here we go. Alright, we got triple Marshmallow, Morphin Jar. We got the last Lava Golem in case your opponent likes to get a little carried away inside in spam and fill. We got double Mighty-On because it's real. And I did run double Torrential. I never decided to mean I was trying something different because I couldn't add room for two other cards. Couldn't figure out what else to put in there, so I said, let me go and try this, see if it worked. I didn't really have a deck that I needed the extra destruction on, but I'm gonna play with it a little bit more. Let me know, and I'll let y'all guys know if it's something that's needed or not. Next we have Ceasefire. Didn't really go into it for the extra burn. I didn't really need it, so it is what it is. Then we have Offering to the Doom. Amazing card. Downside is once you play it, you can't draw the next turn. But if you're under Reckless Greed, you can't draw anyway, so it doesn't hurt you. And also your opponent side decks against Jinzo, Barkion. You just go ahead and say, "Ah, bitch, gotcha." You want to get rid of the monster. You don't got to worry about it no more with the chain. Monster Born or Call the Honda. You can easily do enough damage in one turn to just go ahead and end the game. So definitely a great card for the side deck. A lot of people slept on it. I didn't. And of course, you got the triple MST because everybody's gonna side deck Royal Decree against you. And then the heavy is the Storm, which comes up to a perfect storm for a side deck. It worked out great. These were the main four cards I side decked all day in. Went to Marshmallow on a couple times. I put in Morphin Jar, but even when I drew it, I never got to a point where I just wanted to give my opponent a new hand, even if I could kill him that same turn. So it's really a love-hate relationship with that. But for the most part, pretty solid Side deck, love the main board. Comment, rate, subscribe, let me know what you think again. It'll burn you.